Hello friends, welcome to my new video. Today's video will talk about job vacancies of Indian Air Force for the year 2020. These vacancies are for officers, post both boys and girls, belong to any educational background can apply. These vacancies are through an exam called AFCAT. And this video I will discuss in four parts. First, I will discuss what is AFCAT, then number of vacancies, then eligibility criteria. After that, educational qualification, and last, how to apply for this AFCAT exam. So let's start this video. So AFCAT is Air Force Common Admission Test, and it is one of the most important exam if you want to become officer in Indian Air Force. Obviously there are other entries also, like CDS exam, NCC exam, and a number of other entries, but AFCAT is one of the most prominent one if you want to join Indian Air Force. So let's discuss in brief about AFCAT 2020. The date of submission of online exam is starting from 15 June 2020 and ending to 14 July 2020. Means application you can fill from 15th June 2020, and last day to fill the application is 14th July 2020. Online also online AFCAT examination will be conducted on 2 days, 19th September 20 and 20th September 20. Yeah. So this was about the AFCAT exam. So now let's see the number of vacancies uh, in AFCAT 2020. So before going to the number of vacancy, let's see the type of commissions. So two type of commissions are there in Air Force. One is your permanent commission, and another is your short circuit service commission. So permanent commission means PC for men and short service commission SSC for men and women. Clear? So permanent commission, if students joining as PC officers would then he or she would continue to serve till the age of superannuation in their respective branches as per their rank. And for SSC, means short service commission, the engagement period for flying branch men and women SSC officer is 14 years from the date of commissioning, and that is not extendable. And the initial tenure for ground duty, technical and non-technical, SSC officers would be for a period of 10 years, and extension of 4 years may be granted subject to service requirements, availability of vacancies, willingness, suitability, and the merit. So these were two commissions. One is permanent commission and another is short service commission. So, so for AFCAT entry for flying branch, there are 74 vacancies for SSC, means short service commissions, and for ground duty technical, the aeronautical, electrical, electronics engineering, there are for PC, 40 seats are there, means for permanent commission 40 seats are there, and for short service commissions 26 seats are there. And for this ground duty technical only, for aeronautical engineering mechanical, there are 23 seats for the permanent commission and 16 seats for the short service commission. Similarly here, for ground duty non-technical, so for administration branch, for permanent commission, 23 seats are there, and for short service commission, 16 seats are there. And for the education branch, 8 seats are for permanent commission and 8 seats for the short service commission. So these are the number of vacancies for this year in AFCAT exam. So let's next discuss the your eligibility condition. So first eligibility criteria is your nationality. So a student must be a citizen of India as per the Indian Citizenship Act 1955. Next is the eligibility criteria is age. For flying branch through AFCAT, age should be of 20 to 24 years. as on 1st July 2021. Means the candidate should be born between 2nd July 1997 to 1st July 2001. Clear? And both the dates are inclusive, means 2nd July 1997 and 1st July 2001. Both the dates are inclusive. And for the ground duty, technical and non-technical branch, age limit is your 20 to 26 years as on 1st July 2021. Means the student should be born between 2nd July 1995 to 1st July 2001. Another eligibility criteria is your marital status. Means the students below 25 years of age must be unmarried at the time of commencement of course. That is the, you should not be married. That is the marital status. So this is the eligibility criteria. Next, see about the educational qualification. So for flying branch, the student should have mandatory passed with a minimum of 50% marks each in maths and physics at 10+2 level, and having a graduation degree with minimum 3 years degree course in any discipline from a recognized university with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent, or BE BTech degree 4-year course from a recognized university with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent, or candidate who have cleared section A and B examination of associate membership of Institution of Engineers in India or Aeronautical Society of India from a recognized university with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent. Means for the flying branch, you should have 50% marks in maths and physics at 10+2 level and 60% marks or equivalent in your graduation. Clear? So this was the educational qualification for flying branch. And for ground duty technical branches, so for electronics, aeronautical engineer, electronics branch, a student with a minimum of 50% marks in physics and mathematics at 10+2 level, and a minimum of 4-year degree graduation or integrated post-graduation qualification in engineering or technology from recognized university. Means for your graduation, no percentage of marks is defined, only you should have the minimum of 50% marks each in physics and mathematics at 10+2 level. And in ground duty technical branch only, for electronics, so many branches are there, like communication engineering, computer engineering and application, electrical and computer, electrical and electronics engineering, electrical engineering, electronic science, electronics and communication, electronics and telecommunication, electronics instrumentation and control, information technology, spacecraft technology, engineering physics, electric power and machinery engineering, cyber security, infotech engineering. So these branches, students who are having these branches can apply for the ground duty technical branch. First post means aeronautical engineer, electronics AEL post. Clear? And next post is your aeronautical engineer, mechanical AEM post. Clear? So for that also you should have a minimum of 50% marks each in physics and mathematics at 10+2 level, and a minimum of 4-year degrees of graduation. And your degree should maybe related to aerospace engineering, aeronautical engineering, aircraft maintenance engineering, mechanical engineering, repair and maintenance or production, mechatronics, in manufacturing engineering, material science and engineering, aerospace and applied mechanics, automotive engineering. So you all these branches, students having all these branches can apply for the technical post AEM. Clear? So next is your ground duty non-technical branches. So two types of posts are there. One is for administration post and another is for education post. So for administration, you should have passed 10+2 and graduate degree, minimum 3 years degree course in any discipline from a recognized university with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent, or next is your education. So for education branch post, You should have passed 10+2 and post graduation with 50% in any discipline, including integrated course offering PG, single degree without permission to exit and lateral entry, and with 60% marks in graduation in any discipline. So this was about the educational qualification which you should possess before applying the your AFCAT form. So next is your, and also the students who are studying in the final year or semester degree course and are yet to pass the final year degree examination can also apply, provided you should not have any present backlog and you should have scored a minimum of 60% marks up to the last semester or year for which results have been declared up to the time of submission of application. And you are required to submit proof of passing the degree examination by 15th June 2021, and no request, they won't accept your any request extending this date. So you have to submit the proof of passing the degree examination by 15th June 2021. Also, the students who are admitted to an earlier course at the National Defense Academy or IMA, Indian Military Academy, or Air Force Academy, Indian Naval Academy, Officers Training Academy, Canadian Officers Training Academy, they were removed on grounds of indiscipline, are ineligible to apply. Also, the candidates who are debarred by the Ministry of Defense from holding any type of commission in the defense services, they also not be eligible for FCAT, and if admitted, their candidature they will cancel. And also the candidates who have debarred by the Ministry of any defense from holding any type of commission in the defense services, they are also not eligible for the FCAT exam. And the students who have been convicted, or the candidates who have been convicted on criminal charges, and those who are still stuck in a criminal case, they are also not eligible to apply for this exam. Clear? So next is how to apply this exam. So candidates or aspirants or students for IAF are required to apply online by using the link. This link, the link is career indianairforce.cdac.in or afcat.cdac.in. So you should have to need to exercise utmost care while filling in the online application. In case any information is found to be incorrect, your candidature is liable to cancel at any stage of the selection process. So please verify the correctness of information entered in all the fields before proceeding with the make payment options. And also, if an applicant has submitted more than one application, only the latest submitted application form against a particular Aadhaar number will be considered for issue of admit card. And the fee deposited while filling additional application and that will not be refundable. So this was about the job notification of Indian Air Force AFCAT 2020 recruitment. And AFCAT is Air Force Common Admission Test. So I hope you got all the information regarding this job notification. That's all for today's video. Thank you.